I still remember the sound of the rain hitting the garage roof that morning. It was the kind of slow, steady rain that makes you feel both calm and heavy at the same time. A black luxury car rolled in, shining even under the gray sky, and I had no idea that before the day was over, one simple act of kindness would reopen a chapter of my life I thought was buried forever. Sometimes, the people who change our lives the most walk in quietly, without warning. And sometimes, all it takes is a broken car to remind us that kindness has a memory. Before the story begins, take a quick second to subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps the channel grow and lets us keep bringing stories like this to you. You're watching Kindness World, a place where small acts can lead to life-changing moments. I'm a single dad named Daniel. I work as a mechanic in a small town garage just outside the city. It's not fancy. The paint is peeling, the coffee is usually cold, and the radio only gets one station clearly. But it's honest work, and it puts food on the table for my 8-year-old son, Noah. Since my wife passed away 3 years ago, every day has been about balancing grief, bills, school lunches, and bedtime stories. That morning, business was slow. I was tightening a bolt under a pickup truck when the luxury car pulled in. It was a deep black sedan, the kind you usually see parked outside glass buildings downtown. The driver stepped out. She was confident, well-dressed, and clearly used to being in charge. Later, I would learn she was a CEO of a major tech company. At that moment, she was just another customer with a worried look on her face. She explained that her car had broken down on the highway. Another shop had quoted her an outrageous price and told her it would take weeks to fix because of imported parts. She sounded frustrated, but also tired, like someone who carried a lot of responsibility every day. I took a look at the car. The problem was serious, but not impossible. I knew I could repair it, but it would take long hours and careful work. When I told her the price, I could see surprise in her eyes. It was much lower than what she'd been quoted before. "You're sure?" she asked. That I nodded. "I don't believe in charging more just because I can," I said. "I believe in fixing what's broken." She studied my face for a moment, then smiled slightly and handed me the keys. "Do what you can," she said. Over the next 2 days, I worked on that car after hours. I stayed late after Noah fell asleep, my hands aching, my back sore. I thought about how the extra money would help with rent and school supplies. But more than that, I just wanted to do the job right. That's how my father taught me. When the car was finally ready, it looked perfect. I washed it, polished it, and made sure every detail was right. When the woman came to pick it up, I handed her the keys and explained what I'd fixed. She listened quietly, then asked, "Why did you really charge me so little?" I hesitated, then shrugged. "Because everyone has a hard season," I said. "And if I can make someone's day easier, I will." She didn't say anything right away. She reached into her purse, paid the bill, and then paused. Her eyes moved from my hands to my face, like she was searching for something familiar. "Daniel," she whispered. My heart skipped. I hadn't heard my name spoken like that in years. "Yes?" I said, her eyes filled with tears. "You don't recognize me, do you?" I looked closer. Past the makeup, past the confidence, past the expensive clothes. And then it hit me like a wave. "Emily?" I said softly. Emily was from my past, from a time before marriage, before loss, before life got heavy. Years ago, when we were both struggling college students, she had been homeless for a short time after her family cut her off. I was working 2 jobs back then. I remembered fixing her old, falling apart car for free so she could get to interviews. I remembered bringing her leftover food and telling her not to give up. "I never forgot you," she said, her voice shaking. "That night you helped me, when you had nothing yourself." That was the moment I decided to keep going. We stood there in the garage, surrounded by tools and oil stains, both of us emotional. She told me how she rebuilt her life, step by step, until she became the CEO she was today. And I told her about my son, my wife, and the quiet life I live now. she took a deep breath. "You repaired my car," she said, "but years ago, you repaired my hope." A week later, Emily came back. This time, she wasn't there for her car. She offered to fund repairs for the entire garage, new equipment, better lighting, even a small scholarship fund for kids like Noah who had lost a parent. She said it wasn't charity. It was gratitude that I didn't know how to respond. I just hugged her and cried. Today, my garage is still the same at heart. I still believe in fair prices and honest work. But now, when I tuck my son into bed at night, I tell him this story. I tell him that kindness doesn't disappear. It waits. It grows. And sometimes, it comes back when you least expect it. So if you ever wonder whether your small acts matter, remember this. A simple repair. A kind word. A helping hand. You never know whose life you're changing, and maybe, one day, someone will whisper your name with gratitude, reminding you that kindness always finds its way home.